We haven't left yet. You can't get rid of us that easy. Welcome to State Track After Dark. Leon Liebel left us, but I'm Cameron Burney, Chet Copeland of Sports in Kansas alongside me. Chet, we've sat around for 3 hours. I guess let's crown one more state champion.
Yeah, I think Leon might be back to Olathe already because that was 3 hours ago. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen tonight. I wasn't aware that there were still lights here. There are a little bit of lights. It is an awesome experience. It's a weird experience, but we waited it out, and there are 8 teams in the field, at least is what we see on our screen. Going to be a little bit different feel here as far as crowd and everything is. Everybody is gone, but you have Manhattan, Olathe South, Olathe West, Liberal, Shawnee Mission Northwest, Washburn Rural, Wichita Heights, and Blue Valley Northwest for a 3-minute and 20-second to 30-second race of a 3-hour delay. I kid you not, if you are just tuning in, the last race of the entire meet, lightning strikes right before it, and we have been in a delay for 3 hours. After they tried to get everything moving, it was moving fast, and you can't make this stuff up.
You can't at all. I don't know that I've ever even heard of this. And because of the rainstorm, by the way, we started packing things up, grabbing things. Hey, batten the hatches down, get inside, look out. We are down to one camera for this state championship here, but we will show it to you. Again, the teams you saw them come up. It's going to be one camera, but hey, we're still here, baby. It's State Track After Dark. There is a few people still here that have stuck around long enough. It's set to be Manhattan, Olathe South, Olathe the West, Liberal, Shawnee Mission Northwest, Washburn Rural, Wichita Heights, and Blue Valley Northwest.
And you hear some cheering from the crowd of the few people that are still here, and it's pretty cool, to be quite honest, that people are out here and it's in the dark, and they are excited here in Wichita for the teams that remain for the one final race after a 3-hour delay at Cessna Stadium. I've done a 3-hour meet, two 3-day meets, and now we do a 3-hour delay meet with the last race of the day. So they really want to win this state title, but Cameron, it's not going to affect anything as far as team standings go, but these 8 teams, they've worked hard all season. I'm glad they're getting the opportunity to run it.
Yeah, that team standings, the top 3, it doesn't matter how or what happens in this race, because Olathe West has won the 6A boys title. Olathe North is 2nd and Wichita East is 3rd. None of them have teams in this race, so it doesn't matter for that at all. Everybody below them is far enough down that they can't get any points in this. We are running this strictly. We're running it at 10:17 at night, and we're running it strictly for a Class 6A boys 4x4 state title. I think are we only missing 2 here, Chet? I don't think the teams in lanes 7 and 8 are here. Wichita Heights and Blue Valley Northwest. Nope, maybe. Oh, we got a team in lane 7. Wichita Heights has shown up. I don't think Blue Valley Northwest is stuck around.
And I did hear from somebody that a team from Kansas City was planning on going home, so that very well could be. And I believe their seed time, 3:26.78.
Was seeded last in this heat. Well, I would ask what the meet record is, but to be honest, I don't know where any papers went. That the ones we had up here either got packed in a bag or they probably blew away.
I believe it's Olathe East in 2014. I was looking that up a bit ago.
You'd have thought for 3 hours we'd have been sitting in there and we could tell you 74 facts on each one of these kids that, to be honest, I thought I would be at home right now. But hey, we're here and I'm not complaining.
I hope Taco Tico's still open when I leave.
I'm going to follow you there. Or actually, I'm going to beat you there and I'm going to tell him the guy behind me's paying.
It is Olathe East meet record in 2014. The team of Evans, Matters, Washington Box, and Evans, K. Evans and P. Evans, 3:17:07 in 2014 is your meet record.
Fastest time in 6A, Olathe West 3:20.82. Washburn Rural at 3:20.85. They are both in this race. All right, so for Manhattan, it's set to be Morgan to Sturm to O'Haver to Roch. For Olathe South, it's going to be Rainford to Plath to Garlich to Gahn. For Olathe West, it's set to be Richardson to Dideker to Schilling to Richardson. For Liberal, the WAC champs, Alvarado to Foster to Martinez. Pavia, we saw him in the 800 earlier, what feels like 3 days ago. For Shawnee Mission Northwest, at Klon, Blabber, Figgins, and Tate. For Washburn Rural, Juneman, Morrison, Kukaran, and Terry. Wichita Heights will be Garza, Carter, Raleigh Jr., and Barnhill. And again, Blue Valley Northwest not going to start it. We are back to the point where we were over 3 hours ago. Mini lightning strikes, much rain, a little bit of hail, and a lot of wind. We were less than 60 seconds away from starting the race when it happened. We are now 3 hours and about 16 minutes since that point, but here we go. Chet, you ready for the final race of track season?
I am ready. They can't stop it once it starts, right?
I don't think I think if they tried, I wouldn't want to be the guy standing in their way. Let's go, baby. Chet, I didn't say it earlier because I didn't want to jinx it. We did not have a single false start all day of day 2 here at the Acacia State Championships.
Wow, incredible. We only, I believe, saw one the entire time I was on a broadcast, and it wasn't a false start. It was
Leon jinxed us in a 4x1, I think.
4x1.
That he said it in about 5. He's like, we haven't had a false start yet. About 5 minutes later, double gun. Final race of the night. Again, we are down to just the single camera because of the rainstorm that has come in. But this is your Class 6A boys state title.
We have just one camera on the track, but you can still see what's going on.
Yeah, there's more lights here than I thought what there was. It's going to be Washburn Rural will hand off in first, and then I believe Olathe West in lane 3. Those are the two that come in with the top 2 times in 6A so far this year. And again, this does not matter for the team title. This is strictly running for the Class 6A state championship. And we've got splits even. The timing crew got it set back up. 48.82 for Heights, a 49.64 for Northwest, and a 49.87 for Washburn Rural.
Shout out to Heartland Timing.
I thought they had it hooked up and I thought they were leaving. They're still here. We're all still here. There's even fans in the grandstand. Wind still continues to blow as that's Washburn Rural out in front. As we are through the halfway point of this guy's 4x400. We're through at a 141 for Washburn Rural. That Wichita Heights in second, now stepping up to move around on the outside. For Washburn Rural, it is Morrison, and for Heights, it Carter. Again, those are the two teams coming in that have run the number 1 and 2 times in Class 6A so far this year. At Heights in the lead, and I believe that's Washburn Rural moving up on their outside. Again, just enough light to be able to see here tonight at Wichita State. Washburn Rural out in front at the moment. We are through the 3rd lap.
You got to think some extra adrenaline for these athletes out here in this circumstance.
Yeah, for Washburn Rural, their anchor, set to be Isaiah Terry. They were through at a 2:31. We got a chance to be really fast here, even after a 3-hour delay. Washburn Rural is going to turn for home here. They are the team that is currently in front. Coming behind them is Olathe West. At Washburn Rural 1, Olathe West 2. 3 hours and change after we delayed it originally. Chet, we might have been, what was the meet record? We were 3:19, 3:20 there if that clock on the
3:14
infield
meet
was
record,
right.
so
Okay,
really
never
quick
mind.
record in
Never
6A.
mind. For some reason, I thought that 4 was a 9. Washburn Rural. Wow, this is 3 hours that we delayed it at what, 7:05?
Yep, and I think they officially made the announcement at 7:15.
Yeah, so when the Lightning hit at 7:05, that was 3 hours and 19 minutes ago. Washburn Rural just ran a 3:19.
Wow. In Washburn Rural yesterday running a 3:25.62. So you talk about extra motivation, adrenaline. Junior Blues state champions. The team of Juneman, Morrison, Junkarun, and Terry.
A 48.1 anchor leg there for them. And that is something that everybody will remember forever now.
The 7 teams that ran: Manhattan, Olathe South, Olathe West, Liberal, Shawnee Mission Northwest, Washburn Rural, and Wichita Heights. Shout out to them for hanging around and running this. And like we said, and they said down there, the officials, an experience that they will certainly never forget.
Yeah. Well, we stuck around for 3.5
Now,
hours.
I just wonder, do they get to go on the podium and get announced?
They're going to be on the podium. Whether or not we got anybody down there to announce them, I don't know. Oh, they do. I was just saying, they said they do have announcers. We are going to get it. The full state experience here at the state track meet. I was going to say,